Hello again. I think we stopped by the cement. So we said that the cement is used to anchor the tooth in the jaw so that it doesn't move. Then we come to the root canal where the blood vessels go through, and the fibers. This is important. What is the fibers? They are bundles of collagen fibers. It holds the tooth firmly but not rigidly. What is the meaning of firmly but not rigidly? What he mean by that? You know that you see that white thing? This is the fibers, collagen fibers. They have nerve endungen. They sense the pressure of the tooth. You know, when you bite something, the tooth exposes pressure on the food, but this pressure also goes backwards, you know, goes backward, and these fibers will sense this pressure. So if it was really only firm, it will break down. So they are made up so that they are very flexible. When there's a pressure here, it allows little bit of movement, of stretching. And this is done because it can sense the nerve endungen. By the nerve endungen, it can sense and detect pressure during chewing or biting. So this will expose pressure, and these fibers will sense this pressure. That's why they have to be not very firm on the tooth but very rigid, so that it allows little bit of flexibility. So they are, I think, very important part here in the tooth, because we use the tooth every day by biting, chewing and cutting. So it's always pressure here on this area, the pressure on the fibers. So this is one thing. So it's important to know the parts of the tooth here: enamel, dentin, pulp cavity, what they are doing, what's these canals are, what they are transporting, blood, and so on. So we go on now. How to care about your teeth? The tooth enamel is very strong. We spoke about the tooth enamel. It's very strong. It's made from calcium, but this can be dissolved because of acids. The question is, these acids come from where? They come from two sources. You have to know these sources. First is from drinks like Coca-Cola and energy drinks and limonade. This is the first source of acids. They hurt the upper part from the teeth very severely, really, and they cause caries, and they cause them to be dissolved. This white material, it will be dissolved and make holes in the teeth. And the other source is the bacteria. Okay, from where comes this bacteria? Is from the remained food between the teeth, especially when you eat sugary food like chocolate, sweets. This stays between the teeth, and this sugary things, what will happen with them? They will cause bacteria, and this bacteria will produce acids, which will also affect negatively on the enamel of the teeth here. This enamel will be dissolved because of acids. These acids come from two sources. You have to know them. How to care about your teeth? This is easy. Avoid drinking fuzzy drinks. Clean your teeth every day. Use a tooth pasta with the fluoride, which is good for your enamel. Now we come to the scission question answer. First one is canina, means a dog tooth. What do dogs use their canina teeth for? Killing the prey. This is what we have in common and why it's called the canina. So explain how the shape of the incisors help them to carry out their function. The incisors have a long, sharp edge. I told you, chisel shape, just like this carpenter tool, that can cut through the food very easily and very fast. And cut it into small pieces. Cutting, not chewing. Chewing is for the other two teeth. Which ones? Which other two teeth? The molar and premolar. This is for chewing, and this is for cutting. So, explain how the shape of molars help them to carry out their function, which is what? Which is chewing. Molar have a broad surface area, so the teeth on the top and the bottom teeth together can crush food in between them, and because their surface area is very wide, so they can crush as much food as possible between the two teeth. Now please, can you make the homework on workbook exercise 2.6 page 22-23. I like to give you a little bit idea about this homework. It is just like an experiment, so please, I think it's 6 questions. Yeah, 6 questions. You can answer for me only the 4 questions, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. Answer me with the 4 questions. And please, I want you, especially before you answer these 4 questions, I want you to write for me what is the definition of amylase. What's the amylase? The definition of the amylase, okay? It's an enzyme, but what it does, this enzyme, what it does, okay? And question 1 is which variable you change, you make an investigation about digestion. So the variable here will be the food, okay? Bread is it chewed or not chewed? This is number 1, okay? Is my food chewed or not chewed? This is a variable 0, 1, chewed or not chewed, okay? So how can you change it? Yeah, you can change it. You can have 1 piece of bread or many pieces of small breads, like bread crumbs or something like that. Okay, what variable stays the same as in any experiment? In any experiment, the mass which are to be tested have to be the same between the objects. The temperature have to be the same. The time which will the amylase exposed on the food have to be the same. And the amylase concentration, how much enzymes you have to put on this piece of bread, the same amount of enzyme on the other bread, so that we see which one the digestion is, which one is faster, okay? So please only answer me the 4 questions and the definition of the amylase, and where I can find this enzyme, the amylase enzyme, where I find it. Thank you very much for your visit. Hope see you soon, healthy and happy. Bye bye.